Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Potluck Podcast. And here is your butthurt disclaimer.
Parental and/or sponsor advisory. Our goal is to offer a recovery-based podcast with a twist of humor. The expressions and opinions voiced here are those of the individual speaker and are not of the collective. Our primary purpose is to carry the message and to help others achieve sobriety. We don't feel the need to be original, but we certainly don't want to be extra crispy.
All right, let's pray in, shall we?
Serenity prayer. God,
grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can,
and the wisdom to know the difference just for today.
All right.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Welcome to the Potluck Podcast. I am Martin.
My name is Anthony.
And I am Sean.
Shaw, the Shawninator. All right, so let's see here. We had a great guest last week. That was very fun, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, absolutely enjoyed it.
Twas,
Yeah.
yes.
Very
Nice insight, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
I like the perception that you get from different people who are in recovery that, you know what I'm saying, have gone through similar situations, but
Fact.
they have different, outlooks on everything. We all do,
Yeah. And she said some pretty important stuff too. I learned a little bit off of her.
Pretty powerful, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what is today's topic? What are we going into step 3 today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to go with that?
Is that what we're going with?
Think so.
We've been doing 2 parts on each step.
Yeah.
So, it's part 1 of step 3.
With it.
All right. Sean, you want to read step 3 or tell the people what step 3 is without reading it?
Well, no, I don't. I'm still a potato chip up here.
Ruffled.
Ruffled.
Ruffles, yeah.
Still, with the ruffles out. Pause for this station identification.
Well, I mean, they're right there in front of you.
Are they?
Yeah.
I can't see that. I'm elder. All right. Here we made the decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him.
Yeah, that's right. That's step 3. So, to me, that says surrender. I just now realized that's what that says to me. Surrender.
Yeah.
Are you waving a flag right now?
Yeah.
What color is the flag?
Well, it's white, but I just don't have one right now.
Oh. Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not just it's our thoughts too, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta surrender all that. Like everything's gotta go. It can't just be some of it here. Let me keep on hold of this right here. You know what I'm saying? You literally have to make that conscious decision to surrender everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember I was at a program and we were talking about that, and the way they broke it down was literally everything. Our thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Our actions, the things that we do, you know what I mean? Like, all that's got to be surrendered. You know what I mean? It can no longer literally be my will. You know what I'm saying? Because if it is, I'm going to go and, you know what I'm saying, every time. Every time.
Huh. I can't whistle. I'm not even going to try. I was going to try, but then I would have been embarrassed. So, not whistling.
The whistle was the F word.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to stay off that list.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been, cursing is not a sign of spiritual growth. And I've
It
been
is
working on that. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Little by little. Progress, not perfection.
Yeah, so it says made a decision. The decision need be followed by action.
Yep.
Not only action, but continued action day after day.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I found myself struggling last week pretty.
Yeah.
Last week was rough.
Sorry to hear that.
And, I talked to a few people about it, like, well, what's going on with you? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really didn't know.
Yeah.
I am making decisions.
Yeah.
I am trying to control this, you know what I'm saying? And it's like Anthony just said, that surrender, and trying not to dictate what my moves are next,
Yeah.
because that's exactly what I was doing, uh, getting a little more, less and less aligned with God's will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm finding myself all in this with like he said, the thoughts.
Yeah.
Them negative thoughts, and then the further I get, you know, away from God's will, the more the thoughts are persistent. You know what I'm saying? And uh, yeah, the more I struggle, the more I mean, and I can't even say it enough. I mean, when I let go of my actions, my reactions, my thoughts,
Yeah.
you know, and just let whatever's happened is happened, and whatever's gonna happen, just let it happen,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and stop trying to influence,
Yeah.
or control situations, people,
Yeah.
you know,
Try to push it the way you want it to go.
right? Because it never goes the way I want to anyway. The
Right.
more I try to do all that, the less it's the way I envision it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I found it works better just letting it happen. For me, it's been, I've been going through a lot this week because I've been moving. So the stress of moving,
moving on up.
yeah, that struggle is real, and I am moving up, Sean. I am.
To the
Yeah.
east side.
Well, I think it's the west side.
It's actually the south side.
Well, the west side of Dixie, at least.
Well, well,
Well,
it's
still kind of the south.
the address is a southern address.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the word south in it, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I would say south side because I am country.
I mean,
With that being said,
well,
south side.
yeah.
South side.
So, I don't know.
But no, but so where I was going with that was the I've been doing a lot of praying and letting go and letting God, and I'm telling you, others are stressing more than I am about the move, you know, and I'm not really worried about it. I
Well, I
mean,
gotta say, brother, I was stressing about your move too.
well, thank you.
What's it
Sean.
going to take place?
It's taking place as we speak right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah. But
He has people.
yeah, I have people, but
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for the people that I have. I really am. So shout out to those people. Um, but yeah, so you know, moving because I'm moving from a bigger place to a smaller place. There are things that I cannot take with me, and you know, others are stressing on things that I'm going to be leaving behind. But material things are just material things. They're just that. You
Always
know,
get it back.
um, I'm not worried about that. As long as I have my spirituality, my sobriety, and my family, I'm good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm not gonna let it stress me out because that would just it's a trickle down effect when it comes to stress. You know what I mean? It passes when I'm stressing, then others are gonna be stressing because I'm stressing, and I'm just not. I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that I have a home and it's mine because
Yeah.
it is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal for me because
Yeah.
I actually bought a home, man.
See, you gotta look at, like, I look at moving kind of like recovery. All right, I'm gonna explain too. All right, so whenever you in recovery, right, you don't shut the door on the past, nor you regret it, right. Instead, you gotta leave everything behind to get somewhere better, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you're leaving it behind in this situation in the same sense, but you got to look at it like that. Like, some of the things that get left behind so you can grow, you know what I'm saying? That's part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like you said, materialistic things, you can always get those back. You know what I mean? You can always get back, you know?
Right. And I'm excited though. I am really excited. Just
Yeah.
talking about it, I get all giddy. Happy clap. Happy clap.
But so like Sean was saying, he was struggling like last week. I I've been kind of struggling the past probably week or so too. Not in the I don't know, in the sense of like it's been hard to like motivate myself to do certain things. The past week or so. You know what I mean? Like before It was, I would get up, I was ready to do said things, whether it be go to a meeting or whether it be, whatever it is. It's and we was talking about it, last night in a meeting, but it was like for me that surrender we were just talking about, just giving everything to God, right? Like I've noticed this past week, it's not that I haven't done that, but it's like I kind of, I'll say, fell short a little bit from doing that. You know what I mean? And progress, not perfection. You know what I mean? We all go through it, but it's like yeah, it's been a little rough. I've noticed I've been a little off. You know what I mean? And probably because I don't feel good. You know what I mean? But a lot of it still has to do with like it's hard. It's been hard for me to motivate myself
You feel
Feel
all right to
fine.
me.
yeah, it's been hard for me to motivate myself to like get up and go to a meeting. Like before, I would go to whether it be a 12 o'clock meeting or catch a meeting on the weekends or whatever. It's been a challenge, I'll say, the past week or so to get up and to make myself go to a meeting, or just to get up to go to a meeting in itself. Or you know,
Well, a
kind
good
of
challenge is kind of healthy, and the acceptance thereof.
yeah, yeah. And, I was gonna speak on that last night, but I chose against that. And I probably should have just went ahead and spoke on that. But yeah, that's really what it is. It's been hard to motivate myself lately. You know what I mean? It's not been like me. You know what I mean?
Same.
That's why I feel like I've been off. You know what I mean? Because it's like I usually don't have problems motivating myself. It's not that I'm like I'm not negative.
I think that's what Sean was alluding to when he
Yeah,
asked me about my move, because I am working on procrastination. I have a little, work to do on that. I do
yeah,
procrastinate a lot. So thanks, Sean, for calling that out.
Anytime.
yeah.
So let me back up just a little bit. When I was talking about my struggle earlier this week, it actually started taking place about a month ago. Uh, and I had brought it up to my sponsor. Sometimes in my prayer, like the words that I wanted to say weren't. I didn't say them. Like
Yeah,
it's almost like, and I don't want to say it was like I was speaking in tongues or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it certainly was not an very articulate.
yeah.
It wasn't articulated very well what I was aiming to pray.
Right.
As a matter of fact, there were words in there that just wouldn't belong. You know, and
Yeah,
I
it'd be like that
and I
sometimes.
just I was just like, well, I hope you know what I'm trying to get at. Okay.
Right.
And he does.
And so then that kind of progressed. The other night, I'm at the local UFA huzza, and I'm sitting in the booth trying to order. I could not even articulate words.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It was just a constant
Yeah.
fumble, and to the point where the waitress kind of stopped and asked, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Look, man, I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
I really just don't." Uh, but see, that's where, and I ended up speaking to my sponsor about this too. It's where that constant. Okay, well, I talked about the conscious contact with God last week, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is the opposite.
Yeah.
This is where I'm not communicating with Him like I had been. You know what I mean? I'm making more consistent decisions contrary to His will. Uh, and my sponsor kind of put like, look, man, if you're having incoherent prayers, you are incoherent. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
So then I woke up next day, and well, but that night I started off, like help me identify this, and I'm giving it all back to you, and I repeated that the next morning. You know what I'm saying? I think I might have repeated it two more times before lunch,
Yeah.
and I felt better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt better.
That's what's up.
I hope that's all it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's really not something underlying, but I
Right.
mean, I ain't gonna get into that too much, but I'll let it rear its head. Uh, we got a question for you. Um, what is I'd like to get y'all's take on utter confidence, and it does not have anything to do with milk production.
Utter confidence. I got that. Confidence. Does it have to be the word utter confidence?
Let me expand on that.
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
please
do.
do.
Utter confidence through God.
I think
Through or in?
both.
Like-
6 one way, half a dozen the other.
Well, I kind of said it earlier. I'm confident that, everything will work out in its time. I'm confident in God giving me the strength and the knowledge. I just have to pay attention to it because I really pray hard for the strength and the confidence and the courage to let God do what He does. You know what I mean? I mean, it's worked for me so far. I mean, leaving it in His hands and just letting Him guide me. Guidance. That's the word I was looking for. Letting Him guide me through all this has been really helpful. Like, people have asked me, why are you so? Why aren't you stressing your brains out right now? Why? Why should I? There's nothing good can come of that. I just let God do what He's going to do. He's not going to let me down. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I have that kind of confidence. If that answers your question.
That's your answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like confidence in God is a lot like surrender. You know what I mean? Because if I don't believe that me surrendering it will help, it's not gonna help. You know what I'm saying? But I have confidence in my higher power, and to know that when I do surrender completely, it'll help. You know what I mean? In the same sense, it's like if I walk out, right? If I walk outside, if I get up in the morning first, we go back. If I get up in the morning, right, and I don't have self confidence, right? If I don't have any type of confidence in whether it be how I dress, whether it be how I feel, who I am, or any of that, you know what I'm saying? You're just gonna project negativity on wherever you're at. You know what I'm saying? So confidence for me is, especially in my higher power, is knowing without a doubt. Not only is He there, but He's to help. You know what I mean? It's not to harm. It's not to you know guide you in any misdirection. You know what I'm saying? Because my God is not only is He all knowing, but He's not one for misunderstanding. You know what I mean? He you'll always know. So I was taught basically, if you hear someone speaking in tongues, okay, uh, there is to be an interpreter, because people who don't know how to do that don't understand what they're saying. There's usually someone there to explain what they're saying. There's a reason for that, because God's not a misunderstanding. My God is not a misunderstanding. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So for me, the confidence in God is exactly that. You know what I mean? Knowing without a doubt that He's here to help. You know what I mean?
Right.
Great question, Sean.
Yeah, I like that.
So for me, the utter confidence through God, it's the action behind the decision to turn my will and my life over
Yeah.
to the care of God. Okay, and if I do that, then that's having the confidence. I don't need to have that reaction to whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That God is taking care of that in His own time. I was speaking with another friend of the program. They're in one of the look. I'm not familiar with all the houses they got: 3/4 house, halfway house,
Yeah.
transition house, whatever house. They're in one of the houses with other
Yeah.
members, and they was really a wreck. I was like, "How you doing today?" And they was like, "I just get this look." I was like, "She's like, okay." I was
Right.
like, "Yeah, you want to talk?"
Yeah.
So, and it was like, "Well, this is accountability thing, and people in the house is afraid to say something about, but for retaliation, and I was just kind of like, it's a step one problem. That's a step one problem.
Yeah.
And the more I worry about holding somebody accountable or somebody not holding somebody accountable or not being held accountable, and I'm such a wreck about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just let go of that situation. I mean, it's going to be handled. I may not like the way that it's handled, but that's not for me to,
Right.
once again, judge, because I'm not the judge. I'm not
Yeah.
the executioner. You know what I'm saying? It'll all be handled. All I can do is continue to pray
Yeah.
for that situation. You
Yeah.
know, to please allow me to quit.
Yeah.
Allowing this to eat my cake and rent space in my head on my day. Man, it like I touched on a week or two ago. I heard about how the program is hard to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's as hard as I make it. All right. And the more I let all this outside stuff like that, weigh on my day, I mean, it is difficult enough to make it through the day, with all of the life on life's terms, allowing somebody else's terms of their life on mine, you know, it's just, it's needless. It's really needless.
Dear diary, I really like to eat my cake in that reference.
Yeah, I second that.
Never been a cake guy.
Love cake. I bought cake last night.
Yeah.
I gotta make it. It did. Icing too.
What flavor? Say chocolate. Oh,
Got
did
it.
you save us a piece?
I haven't made it yet.
Oh,
Well,
are you going to save us a
this
piece?
is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna poke holes in the top of the cake when it gets done.
Yes.
Put the icing on it so the icing falls into the middle of the cake, and then ice it again when it cools down.
Good,
Anyhow.
I heard a decision, but I haven't seen any action.
Oh yeah. Well, see, first I gotta make sure I got a cake pan. We're not gonna go into that, but anyway.
I got one you can borrow.
We might have to do
That guarantees me a piece right there.
Yeah, yes, it does. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely.
Is this your first time baking, or?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys said something really, really, it was, it kind of hit with me yesterday in the early meeting. He says, we've been given $1 million program that they give us to us a nickel at a time.
Wow.
I was like, dang, bro. Like,
Yeah.
dang. Yeah. You know how much, look, I've got okay, my ex or whatever, they do therapy sessions.
Mm.
And even early on,
Yeah.
she'd tell me how dissatisfied she was with this therapist, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? I paid got $75 a session, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm like, well, my therapy's free. It only costs what I can contribute at the time that I can contribute it. And if I cannot contribute, keep coming back.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? And I cannot imagine any dollar amount for any of the therapists.
Yeah.
And having any near the progress I've come across today.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the spirituality that I've obtained, the relationship with God, I don't see that through therapy.
Yeah.
I've ventured into therapy, and it's so disconnected.
Yeah.
It is so disconnected. There is no personal. It's more like, oh, session's up. Don't matter what I was just in the middle of, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The family that's been and being built that I find myself a part of. You know what I mean? And the people I get to help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people I can get help from in these rooms, I don't get in a therapist in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And when I first come in the rooms, I would throw $20 in the basket because that paled in comparison to what I was spending every day.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that more often now. You know what I mean? But circumstances change.
Yeah.
You know.
It definitely be like that.
Yep.
But I don't know. I've been hearing probably for about 2 weeks now. You know, the whole thing about getting your feelings back and being in especially in recovery when you get your feelings back. I all the time I hear the best thing about this program is you get your feelings back, and the worst thing about this program is you get your feelings back. I don't see that being a worse thing at all. Period. Um, for me, I spent 32 years of my entire life numbing, hiding, or masking how I felt, who I was, or any of that. So today, it's like when I get the opportunity to
Excuse me.
feel something or to express
I
how I
think, bless
feel.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that what that was?
That was
Yeah,
a
well,
sneeze.
Okay.
yeah.
Guts on tight.
Or to express how I feel about something, I'm gonna do it. Just because like I didn't get those feelings before. I didn't have that feeling before I get the opportunity. But I also when doing so, you also gain what they call emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to navigate throughout the day when I feel something without reacting to whatever it is.
Is that called Intellocean?
Maybe. Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
But I think that right there also came from a better understanding of who I am as well. You know what I'm saying? In that same sense, like for instance, if I get mad, I don't have to react. You know what I'm saying? If you get mad at me for something, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what it is, I don't have to react. However it is with the conversation or whatever is going on, I don't have to react to that at all. I have that choice and the ability now to think before I act. You know what I'm saying? That came emotional intelligence is where that came from. In that same sense, like I would be the first to throw a punch, just how it was. Today I don't have to hit you. You know what I mean? Today I can actually walk away from a situation.
I hit you with the word of God.
Back.
You know what I'm saying? But still, like that to me, that's the best part of this program is that you do get your feelings back.
Spiritual uppercut.
Yeah. Oh, you can. Yeah, because a lot of us do spend majority of our lives like hiding how we feel, or trying to pretend like we don't feel a certain type of way. And for me, like I'm done doing that. That's a part of complete psychic change. Like if I feel some type of way, I'm gonna tell you about it, whether it be good or bad. Now, how you take what I'm saying is entirely up to you. I can only control what is around this hula hoop right here.
I really like that spiritual uppercut.
Yeah, Hadouken.
What was that?
You never played Tekken?
No.
Oh,
I
Not big on
believe that was
Tekken.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 2. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. That's okay.
I kind of want to bring something up. I kind of have amends to make here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do. A couple of episodes back, we had a debate on football and foosball.
Boom.
Boom.
So I owe Sean an apology because he was right in it being football. What I should have referred to as foosball was the game itself, the game with the little turning men, the
Yeah.
table, the foosball table.
Yeah.
That's where I made my mistake. Foosball is what the game is called on the table, but soccer and football are both football. So I apologize, Sean.
Right on. I'd like my room colored.
I have wallpaper.
Anywho's.
So yeah. Well, that was just out of the blue. I'm sorry. I kind of interrupted with that, but I needed to say that because it kind of was on my mind. I didn't want to forget. And,
It's
I wanted
already
to do it live because the debate happened live.
already
So,
forgot.
Good deal. How'd you like that, Anthony?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
No, I told you so's or nothing.
no.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
feel like that's an order. I feel like we knew we were right. You know what I mean?
There's the I told you so right there.
No, I'm just playing. No, it's No, it's a debacle.
What you should
You
have
know what I
said
mean?
this. No, I'm just serious.
No,
But
but no. So I like to listen to a lot of Kevin Gates. I'm not talking about his music. I'm talking about
oh,
his
Woody's
motivation.
goodies. Here we
Yes, this
go.
is this
Good
is
morning, Wood.
yeah.
No,
What would he do?
What would he do?
Woody's goodies.
Oh,
Good
All right,
morning,
so
Wood. Really?
yeah. So I was listening to Kevin Gates, a little bit of his motivation, and one of the things that he said that stuck out to me was when the student is ready to learn, the teacher will reveal himself. And who he's talking about, obviously, is God. Then he continued to say, whenever you are done, whenever you're completely finished, and I'm ready. I'm ready for you to take over. I'm ready for you to show me. I'm ready for you to guide me. So he's talking about. He's talking about God. You know what I mean? And for me, that stuck out to me because, like I said, this past week, I've been having problems motivating myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of it was, Sean was talking about earlier, the incoherent prayer. Like, I would get up in the morning, I would pray, but it wasn't of understanding, if you will. You know what I mean? I love the fact that you said incoherent prayer because that's exactly what it was. Now that I think about it and really realize what was going on, I was praying, but it wasn't anything that I could really put together. You know what I mean? And it's been kind of messing with me for probably about a week now. You know what I mean? Uh, Today was really, it wasn't hard, but it was just I had to put a lot of surrender. I had to really, you know what I'm saying, just to get myself motivated to even go through the day. You know what I mean? And it's only what 3 o'clock. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Uh, but yeah, that I remember when first being in the program and that praying like help me. You know what I mean? Please help me. That was me like being the student, ready to learn. You know what I mean? The way he breaks things down to me is it's a way for me to understand it. You know what I mean? And I listen to him a lot of the times, especially his motivation, because he uh he was able to change, go through his addiction the way he went through his addiction, and then look what he is now. And I'm not talking about the success that he has. I'm not talking about his him being famous and nothing like that. I'm talking about where he is spiritually, where he is in his mind. You know what I'm saying? What he promotes.
I did not know that about Kevin at all.
Yes, absolutely. I've been listening to Kevin Gates since he was, back when he had dreads, back when he was basically doing shows for free. You know what I'm saying? And then like I said, I talk about him like I know him. I don't know him, but literally listening through his music when he transforms from where he was to what he went through to where he is now, and then like listening to him actually talk to people or give interviews and listening to his journey through, the way he talks about his journey in spirituality, whether he talks about himself, is a lot of the things I went through as well. Maybe not in that stature, but similar. You know what I mean? And I can relate to a lot of it.
A lot of stars are going
Yeah,
going that direction now.
yeah,
It's kind of good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what I mean? And wanting something, it's as much as like, it's not that I want his money. It's not that I want his fame. I don't want any of that. But his spirituality, where he is, like he carries that everywhere he goes. Not even just with his spirituality, but his religion. Like very, he's open about it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's fantastic. You know what I'm saying? He saved me my life in a lot of ways too. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
I was going through some things and listening to his music and listening to his interviews and like really changed my perception of a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listening to that earlier, that's one of the things that motivated me to help somebody today. You know what I mean? I always want to help somebody. I love helping people. I enjoy that. But like I said, I've been having problems motivating myself. So listening to him earlier, even it was only for like maybe 10 minutes.
I'd like to check that out. So get with me after the show. I'd like to
I got you.
get information. What do you think about that, Sean?
So I seen this quote the other day. I don't know about that, but
Seanicles.
it says peace costs people. You can afford to lose a few.
Yeah.
Do it anyway.
Yeah. So another one that he had said, since we're going on quotes and whatnot, he said, all the great philosophers, right? They teach by action, not by words. So it's like if I walk into a room, or for instance, last night when I was at a meeting and I didn't say anything, it's not because I didn't know what to say. It's not because I didn't know how to say it. It's because a lot of the time I walk into a room and I don't want to talk with my words, talk with action. You know what I'm saying? I've spent so much of my time, whether it be apologizing to someone or trying to fix something that I had done or any of that. The best apology is action. You know what I mean? Like I can tell you I apologize for something, but if I just keep doing the same thing, your actions are showing that you really aren't apologetic about whatever it is. But if I apologize to you and then change, your actions speak louder than your apology will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, like that's
Because that shows that you meant it.
meant it, yeah. And that's like I said, 32 years of my life, probably about 20, like 25 of those years, of me, getting locked up, me using people, manipulating the system, manipulating myself, manipulating others, just whatever. Uh, yeah, it stems off all the back of that. And today, my actions, I want them to speak louder than my words ever could. Just a thought, just a little.
Yeah.
You know what I
Good
mean?
little tidbit right there.
Yeah.
Me, I kind of touched on that a couple of episodes ago as far as the actions thing. You know, it's hard for me to express things with words anyway. Sometimes, you know, um, I used to have a problem with saying something and it being taken the wrong way and not even being what I meant.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I feel you on the action thing because what I've been working on is putting actions behind my words.
Yeah.
To kind of show what the words mean that I'm saying.
Right.
So yeah, I feel you on the action thing. I really do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, most definitely, Sean.
Martin.
Sean,
Anthony.
good to
Wait a
meet you
minute.
guys. I tell you what, this has been a crazy week, but
Yeah.
I'm just so blessed. I get up in the morning and I say my prayers and like when I wake up, I'm thinking, man, this is gonna be one of those days. And then I say my prayers, and somehow it washes away. I mean, I'm ready to go through the day. Whatever's ready to hit me with your best shot. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, everything ended up being a
Mhm.
great and shiny and bright day.
So-
I just dropped my phone.
I'm glad that you put it like that. So again, I was listening to Kevin Gates' motivation and whatnot. And he said that he has a ritual in the morning. He gets up in the morning. First thing he does is work out, right? Makes him feel good. He replaces addictions in negative ways. So he replaces it with stuff that makes him feel just as good, if not better, inside. So working out was one of those things for him. Obviously, God was also. Uh,
That is my workout.
But he also said, yeah, absolutely. But he also said that if he gets up in the morning, don't talk to him unless he's had that workout. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a grouch. You know what I'm saying? That point right there between. It's like getting up in the morning. So if I get up in the morning, and I pray every morning, right? So if I get up in the morning and I haven't had that opportunity to pray yet, and I start doing whatever it is, not only am I gonna feel off, but also it's like my day's messed up. Even if I stop what I'm doing at that point and then pray then and then keep going, my day still feels off. That ritual that I do every day, get up, pray, smoke a cigarette, or however your ritual looks like to you. If I don't do it in that way, I feel off. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like that routine. Once you do that and you get not comfortable, I'll say comfortable. Once you get comfortable doing that and it makes you feel good, you replace that negative addiction with a positive one, like God or like working out or like taking walks or whatever it is. Once you replace that, you know what I'm saying, with these things, once you don't do them or once you slack back a little bit of doing these things, if you feel off,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling you on that because there are times when I'm like starting my day and I don't want to say forget to pray, but I start the day doing things before I say my prayers,
Yeah.
and it's completely it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does there's an uncomfortability to it,
Hmm.
and then I'll think I need to pray. I didn't pray, and I'll sit down and I'll pray,
Yeah.
and it changes the whole day. It
Yeah.
changes the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It
And it's
really
like,
does.
you know, when you get up, you do that prayer, the first initial prayer. It's like it don't matter what happens in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because you not only do you feel good, but it's like I prayed today, so I know I'm good. You know what I mean? I know for a fact that confidence, we was talking about earlier, I'm confident that today's going to be a good day. Even if today starts off in a terrible way, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I woke up and prayed, I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So even in that, at first the cliche of, yeah, I'd rather have, you know, my worst day in sobriety is still better than my best day in the madness. That cliche right there, I used to hate that, but I didn't understand it. I did not understand it until I really understood it. You know what I mean? I really thought about what they were saying when they said that, and like, yeah, that's absolutely it. You know what I'm saying? Even on my absolute worst day, right now in sobriety, it's still 10 times better than my best day in the madness. You know what I'm saying? You know, we think that we had these good times or any, but was it really?
Yeah, because like today was one of those days for me. I
Yeah,
actually didn't start my day with prayer,
yeah,
and I woke up, and me and my significant other were stressing all the stuff we had to pack into today.
yeah,
And I said, "Wait, let's just calm down and pray."
yeah,
And after the prayer, man, my life I just lit up. I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, we can do today. We're
yeah,
gonna do it." And look, got a lot done after that before I even came here.
yeah,
Kind of the reason why I was a little late, but
yeah.
yeah, I was
You,
late with you today,
yes,
Anthony.
yes, yes. But see, unlike, you know, also when it comes like things like that right there too, like I'm able to send a message like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little bit late." You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
then
I did the same.
yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, before I would just be late. I
As
wouldn't
my
even say
sponsor
nothing.
would say, it's becoming habitual.
Sheesh. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah, for me, like I said before, you know, I've said it in the other. I think it's episode 2, maybe episode 1. I'm not sure. Um, my grandfather used to tell me all the time I would be late to my own funeral. And before I just I wouldn't send a message, and I wouldn't just be like 20 or 30 minutes late. I'd be like 3, 4 hours late. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get there, if I decided to even get there at that point, uh, it was a lot of me by myself. You know what I'm saying? While the family was doing whatever they're doing, I'm just, you know, over by myself. I would say that I'm just chilling and I'm good, but you know, in reality, I was present unpresently. You know what I mean?
No,
No. So
Presently absent.
same thing. Yes.
I get it that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
That's how my fatherhood went.
Yes. Absolutely. It's absolutely. And today, I'm able to send a text message or call somebody, say, "Look, I'm running a little bit late. This is what's going on. I'll be there shortly." You know what I mean? And actually get there shortly. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, like I said, things happen all the time, but I've gotten better at that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my grandfather he was ex-military, so that we got to be there an hour early to everything. Uh,
So he was married to the military?
basically, yeah, for
Okay.
like 25 years or something
They
like
divorced?
that. I don't know. No,
Okay.
no,
No.
no. I think he. Well,
Irreconcilable differences.
I feel like he, you know, he died a soldier. So I mean, I don't know how to put that, buddy. You know what I mean? Uh,
I too
yeah,
am an army brat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys divorce?
Uh, no.
No. Okay.
I mean, no.
It sounds a little like there's a little uncertainty.
Well, when you say you guys, there's a couple of sets of you guys there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. But as far as being an army brat, no, no.
No.
Retired.
I'm just tired.
No, just well, that's retired. That's tired again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Word.
Word.
Heard.
Love it. Love it. It's Labor Day weekend, you guys.
So I believe next week we have Martin giving his lead.
That's that's the wrong order of things. But now that you've put it out there, I guess that is what it is.
When
Yeah.
the hand of AA reaches out.
Yeah. And there it is.
Have a talk shop
Yeah, so we
Well, I
digress.
digress.
Oh, now we're digressing.
Yeah, I digress. I mean,
I feel like we should regress.
okay then, regressing we are.
Well, no.
Here, there you go.
Powering off.
You guys got anything special planned for tomorrow?
Yeah, just a little bit more naps.
More naps?
Oh yeah,
More than the naps that are
Typical
already taking
of
place?
that. Yes, in the typical fashion. Yes, more of them, longer, more sustained.
You'll miss
What?
so much of
Labor?
day. Well, I mean,
You know, for the
truth
longest
be
time,
told,
I thought Arbor Day, and what they called, was the same thing as Labor Day, and then I realized that was completely wrong. I was a kid when I thought this. You know what I mean? I was getting confused.
yeah. Not me.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know, be like that.
Yeah.
You're also talking to someone who could not chew gum and walk at the same time. So,
Really?
yeah. I
Can you
couldn't
do
that.
the
Yes, look. So do like this right here.
yeah,
Right.
and then change it? Yeah,
It's crazy. Isn't
yeah. Know anything about that, Sean?
Yes,
it?
Wow, that's just fantastic.
it is.
I have to work tomorrow, and it's going to be busy at work.
You get to work tomorrow.
I get to work tomorrow, and it's going to be busy.
Amen.
Next week,
I
right?
actually have tomorrow off. You know what I mean?
I'm so proud of you.
I know it. I was like I've been a lot. I guess a lot of it, my motivation loss has come from like you know I've been working so much. You know what I mean? I haven't really had time except for on the weekends to do anything, and then it's like on those weekends, like there's so much to be done Saturday. There's so much to be done Sunday, and I feel like not that I haven't been getting things done, but it's like I haven't had time for myself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you gotta
So,
take time for yourself.
I feel like tomorrow, you know, a lot of like tonight too, like today, you know, spending a little bit of time to get me together to prepare myself for the week coming up. You know what I mean? Maybe to gain some motivation to, you know, get other things done that need to be done as well. I was able to pay off a fine that I had, you know, $525. You know what I'm saying? But you know, other than that, like I've been not like blah, but just like I said, just been trying to hard to find that motivation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's not usually like that for me. It's weird for me to have to go through that. You know?
See, and that was another part of my prayer this week. I was asking God to uh, re-energize me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could not find that either. You know, and continued prayer. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes it is immediate,
Yeah.
and other times it's just not.
Yeah.
The continual prayer, uh, and sometimes when I find myself like that, it is I find it is the case that I'm, like I said earlier, I'm living not so spiritually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Uh, and it's kind of funny because I had a friend of the program give me these suggestions a little while back. Maybe you should, or a few other times, the same one, same suggestion, same friend. maybe you should think about. Was not hearing it, bro.
Yeah.
Was not hearing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I can get the same suggestion from a different person
And listen,
under a different tone at
Yeah.
a different time,
Yeah.
and be like, it hits.
Yeah.
I'm like, heard.
Facts.
So once I come to this agreement with God, like, look, I'm gonna give you this, and there's no time limit on this.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all familiar with fasting.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm not.
I'm familiar with
The
it. I never
only
said I
the
do
only
it.
familiarity I have with it is fasting is giving up something that you are fond of.
Wow. That is a form of fasting.
Yeah.
So I have made an agreement with God to begin fasting.
It draws you closer.
Yeah. Uh,
You're able to feel that hole or that
well, I'm
weak
gonna
part of you with.
I'm gonna
with
go ahead and
God.
tell you upon making that agreement, and I can't say that is why,
Right.
but that along with a few other things, I felt better.
Yeah.
I felt better.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's the fact that like I said, I need to refocus. Man, I'm losing focus of what has got me to the point where I'm at, and it was developing that relationship, that conscious contact. You know what I'm saying? And focusing on my sobriety at one day at a time, and stop trying to control everything, bro. You know what I mean? Uh, I almost immediately was no longer dreading being at work.
Yeah.
Dreading it. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday seem like hump day. All just one hump.
Yeah.
One
large hump.
Yeah. When once I get past Wednesday, it starts to ease up a little bit.
Lower labor.
That's a big hump.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. I found myself this week. We got paycheck, and no real bills this week. I ain't got no bills this week.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not catching up. I'm past bills. I do got a speeding ticket to pay, but where you going?
Yeah, imagine that.
We're gonna put that just on the back burner for the time being, okay?
Yeah.
Uh, trying to stack up a few dollars. Not very good at that.
Yeah.
Uh, and now look at the coming week. I got a car insurance payment and two very minimal credit card bills. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I have a car payment and a credit card bill as well.
yeah.
See, I found myself just yesterday. Okay. Now I went a couple months back. I got a washer and dryer. Uh, it's basically like one of those I'll say rent to own situations. You know what I mean? Not like rent a center, but something like that. Anyhow, yesterday I went and paid my payment up to the point where I don't have to pay again until the 13th. And when I do, uh, it's like $17. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Wow.
and then again,
Hook me up with your guy.
yeah. And then again, I went to where I got the tires for my car. The next time I pay them, I owe them like $13. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the position. Like I said, I paid off that fine. Uh, and really, like I say that I feel like I have no motivation, but it's not. I don't know how to explain that. I really don't know how to explain that. Like it's like a part of me. It's me. You know what I mean? Like
Is it called complacent?
not complacency, close, but not complacency. It's just like for me, like I said before, like when I would get up, like I'm ready to go do these things, and it's like I haven't had I don't want to say I haven't surrendered that part. You know what I'm saying? To the where like it bothers me to get up now. You know what I mean? Like you talking about dreading going to work. Uh, yeah, for the past week, like I did not want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to go to do that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it was like I said, this week right here. I guess because I haven't had that time to really work on myself, really any time for myself at all in that matter. Like it's been work. I get up, I go to work, I come home, I get up in the morning, I go to work. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I haven't had the time to digress, if you will, to really, you know what I'm saying? Take a second for me. You know what I mean? And I think that has, I'll call it self care. That self care is real important uh, because I felt like it had been just go, 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 go. You know what I mean? So like, of course, it was a chore for me to go to a meeting yesterday. But once I got here, I felt better. You know what I'm saying? Like once I got here, it was like, yes. You know what I mean? But it's just like that point, like I gotta take the time for me to, enjoy the I call it enjoy the finer things in life. You know what I'm saying? We don't get a lot of people don't enjoy the little things because it is the little things. It's the little things that excite me, like coming to a meeting, like doing this podcast, like going out to eat, like what I'm saying, just having a conversation with someone that actually has a legit conversation back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just the little things. You know what I mean? The way the wind blows. You know what I'm saying? The color of the sky, the color of the trees, the animals that are around. Like the little things. I mean, I haven't taken the time really to appreciate the little things in probably about a week,
Yeah.
and I think that has to play a lot in it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I do know what you mean because like when I went to rehab, I went to a place out in Springfield, and one of the first things I noticed that I realized I wasn't paying attention to in the madness. I woke up one morning at rehab, like the very next morning from when I got there, and I heard the chirping of the birds in the morning. Oh my God, that was such a big deal to me. I talked about it all day long. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's the little things that
Yeah.
you just lose sight of, and I appreciated it so much. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And yeah, that's when I begun to open my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember, my bedroom where I was staying, right by. So it's like there's like not shutters. It's like a guard that comes off the window and it drops down. I'm gonna call it a shutter. It's not what it's called. It's called something else. I don't remember.
Awning.
So basically, yes,
Yeah.
but it just covers the window. But anyway, the birds would sit inside this awning and
Mhm.
making a little nest in there. So in the mornings, early in the mornings, you hear the chirp. It used to drive me nuts. I'd be asleep. It's just, all you hear because it's right there by the window. It didn't matter if the window was open or closed. You're gonna hear it, and it's gonna sound like they're right there next to you. And it used to drive me absolutely crazy. Now it's ironic because now I have a tree that sits outside my house. It's not a very
As
big tree,
opposed to inside the house.
as opposed to inside the house, and a whole bunch of birds. Not one, not two. I'm talking about like probably 15 or 20 birds sit in this tree and chirp all day long. At 2 in the morning, you hear these birds chirp. I'm like, I didn't even know birds were awake at 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But hearing these chirp, like I look forward to that today. You know what I'm saying? That it lets me know like we are beautiful. All things are beautiful. That's part. I remember I was sitting outside when I had my first uh, spiritual experience. I was sitting outside drinking coffee, and everything seemed brighter. That feeling that of everything like love, that feeling of love entered. You know what I mean? I had a new appreciation for life. I had a new appreciation for people, new appreciation for animals, for just for everything. I was appreciative for everything. You know what I mean? That moment, like it's definitely the little things now. You know, so where before I wouldn't think twice. Things that I appreciate now and I look forward to now used to drive me insane before. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
What about you, Sean?
What's what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
all that.
What are some of the little things you appreciate?
Got to overload.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Fresh coffee in the morning can be one.
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Blank, bro.
Yeah.
Blank. I mean, there's just so much. like I literally overload right now.
It's all
Uh, you know, just fellowship, man.
yeah.
Fellowship. Like, I mean, I cannot express that enough. For real. Uh, I don't have a lot of it, in it too much anymore, but just someone to legitimately, I can't even call it venting, bro. Just to bounce stuff off of. You know what I mean? Because the more that I do that, the more they got that stuff going too.
Yeah, it
You know what I mean? It's very reciprocated. It's reciprocal. You know.
it made me feel good to like the other morning at Oofaloo's and you were going through something and just being able to open up and us talking made you feel better. Uh, I was glad to be able to be there for you for that. So yeah, I do understand the fellowship thing because I'll tell y'all what. When I got to this program and I was going to meetings and everybody was talking steps and everything, phone numbers and fellowship was always at the top of my list, and it is so important. Minute as it may sound,
Yeah.
it means a lot.
Yeah.
It really does. We was talking earlier about being alone and stuff. You're never alone, and having a fellowship is just having somebody to reach out to.
Yeah.
That's why I always stress get numbers, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. See, like for me, like it's not even just like I don't have to be alone, or I'm not alone, but I don't have to be. You know what I mean? What we was talking about earlier, like you said, I'd be 100 or 1,000. You can be 1,000 people in a room, and I used to feel like I was alone. You know what I'm saying? The wonderful thing about this fellowship, I don't even have to like you. You know what I'm saying? But if you have my number and you need me, I'm gonna help you in any way I can. You know what I'm saying? If now it's up to you at that point whether or not you accept my suggestion or whether or not you just in one ear and out the other. But I'm here though. You know what I mean?
right.
That's the important thing because I don't have to like you. I don't have to love you. I don't even have to talk to you every day. But if you need me, I'm there.
And being on the other half of that, knowing that someone's there for you when
Yeah,
you need them,
absolutely.
helps immensely
Absolutely.
because it makes it easier to reach out
Yeah.
and
Just
ask for it.
I have numbers in my phone right now that are a support group that I haven't spoke to in months. You know what I mean? But I know that if I get a hold of them for any reason, they will help. You know what I'm saying? And that feeling that I used to carry that feeling too. Like I don't like asking people for things. It's been my entire life I've had to do it on my own. I don't like asking people for cigarettes. I don't like asking people for a little bit of money. I don't like asking people for help. I don't ask people for anything. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that I step outside of myself a lot of the time to say, hey, I've been going through something. Help me. Or what do you think I could do to change it or any of that? Like it takes a lot sometimes. You have to remember. I have to remember that's a part of the fellowship. That's what we're here for. You know what I mean? We're here to lean on each other. You know what I mean? We don't. A lot of you hear some people say like, "I got this." You don't. It's not that you have this. It's that you have people there to help you through this. You know what I'm saying? God obviously is there to help you through this. You know what I'm saying? But even more so, like that physical, having somebody around that can literally talk you, whether it be talk you down, whether it be talk you through something, whether it be them telling you that they've been going through something and it might be similar to what you're going through, help them and also help you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of us that'll go, for myself, will go to a meeting, be going through something, but I won't speak on it. But I'll hear someone else speak on it, and it's like, you know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
was just having this
Spot on.
conversation on the porch
Yeah,
pre-podcast.
yeah,
Uh, if I've got something going on in my mind, number one, I need to talk. It's a lie, you know what I'm saying. If it's something negative,
yeah,
if it's something harmful, you know what I'm saying, an ill thought, I need to take that to scripture. I need to confront it with the truth. Okay, I need to share on that in the meeting. When I don't share on that, that's one of the biggest forms of selfishness. You know what I mean? That can help somebody else in the room. Just me sharing what's going on with me.
yeah,
Just like Anthony just said, you know, case may be somebody else shares that very same thing. But if I could be the one that shares that, you know what I'm
to
saying,
help
give
somebody else.
somebody else the courage to speak up about theirs.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's a form of service.
Yeah.
You know, not speaking on that continues to keep me sick as well.
Yeah.
You know, that lie to even grow stronger.
Yeah.
You know, inside my mind, which eventually will become an action.
Yeah.
The longer it is able to manifest,
Yeah.
it will materialize into an action.
Right.
The Pinocchio effect.
Yeah. I like that.
Thank
Pinocchio effect. I like that.
I like ventriloquism too.
Yeah. I've never never done it before, but you know.
Oh wow, that's an Eminem beat right there. Everybody knows what I got to say today. I gotta give it up to God as I pray. I sit down and relax with my fellowship. What rhymes with that? I don't know, but that's okay cause I still flow. I got this podcast and my two homies as we go. I cannot quit as I here sit. What did I say? Oh my God, that's it. Why do you always put me on the spot like that? It's hot
Regardless,
like that.
bro, that kind of
It's
hit.
like the scripture that I read. I got like that. All right, that's all.
I like it.
Thanks. I think next week I'm going to come more prepared.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll sit here and not be too scared. I do like your new hair.
Yeah.
Do. How about you?
I need a new pair.
Oh. That's all.
That's all.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all you get this week.
Encore.
Huh?
How many pairs of glasses you got over, buddy?
Well, I brought a pair.
You got a pair? You brought a pair?
Yes, and I got a pair. And you know I'm not scared to wear two pairs. But I wear them one at a time. Cause Sean bust me out with this rhyme. Better just turn off the phone. Cause I'm going home. That's where I will roam to.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for an updated version of the chocolate martini.
I'm surprised nobody commented in the comments last week when there was no freestyle. Did you notice that? Did you realize that happened?
I did.
Did you?
I'm quite observant.
Are you? Well, that's cool. What about you? I bet you didn't notice.
No, I did notice.
Yeah.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Please. Send a grateful. We want to see your gratefuls.
Not enough gratefuls, guys.
We
If
gotta
you're
see
gonna
your gratefuls.
comment, please leave a grateful.
You know.
You
Just
know?
I understand. I found it hard to list any gratefuls in the beginning as well. But they're of great abundance today.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
instance,
thanks.
I'm grateful to have a sense of peace today.
I'm grateful that my actions, my thoughts, my well-being is not contingent over a substance or a man-made substance.
I'm grateful for God having this today.
Amen.
Amen.
So, fellas, another one down. What is this, like episode 6?
Tis.
Tis episode 6.
TSB episode 6, yes.
I
Well-
feel like they get better and better as we go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
Yeah.
does.
Everything but the freestyle. I think next week I'm gonna have a little surprise for everybody. Next week I'm gonna have a surprise for everybody.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Word, heard.
Heard the word.
Bird is the word.
Is the word bird?
Word
That's
is the bird.
absurd.
With that, I believe we can pray out.
Let's do it.
With the Lord's Prayer. Prayer.
So who enabled us to do this podcast?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Like, subscribe, and comment.
And keep coming back. You work it.
Comment,
worth it.
comment, comment.